close your eyes. Let your breath become a slow, deep wave that gently rocks you. Every tension dissolves and your mind opens, ready for a boundless journey. We'll explore concrete and astounding facts that the universe holds within itself. Identifiable objects with masses and dimensions so vast, they make imagination tremble. Distances that stretch the boundaries of our very perception. Each world will be a flutter of wings, each concept a new horizon where you can rest, wrapped in wonder. Are you ready to dream the incredible grandeurs of the cosmos with us, letting yourself be carried into a starlit sleep? If so, keep watching this video. Number 10. The largest black hole. Imagine an abyssal black pit, a gravitational singularity capable not only of swallowing light, but so colossal it reduces our entire solar system to a child's marble game. If you can't imagine it, you'll have before you Ton 618, a hypergiant supermassive black hole, an abyss whose mass is estimated at about 66 billion times that of our Sun. To give you an idea, the black hole at the center of our Milky Way is almost 15,000 times smaller. Its Schwarzschild radius, the event horizon beyond which nothing can escape, is about 1,300 astronomical units, equal to 185 billion kilometers. Well, this monster is the pulsing heart of an incredibly luminous quasar, located about 10.4 billion light-years from Earth in the constellation Canes Venatici. Imagine an abyss so vast that time and space bend incomprehensibly, a silent giant that feeds on stars and galaxies. Let its infinite gravity explain to you how time bends, how space curves into impossible geometries. Ton 618 whispers ancient secrets to you as it wraps you in its endless shadow. Number 9. The largest known star. Our sun to us is majestic, yet in the universe there exist stars that make it seem like a tiny speck. The largest known star by volume is Ui Scuti, a variable red supergiant located about 5,200 light-years from Earth. Its radius is estimated at about 1,700 times the radius of the Sun. If Ui Scuti were at the center of our solar system, its surface would extend well beyond Jupiter's orbit, perhaps to Saturn. Its diameter is about 2.4 billion kilometers. An airliner would take about 950 years to complete a single journey around its circumference. Yet this giant is a paradox. With a mass of only 7 to 10 times of our Sun, it's a sphere of fiery whispers, less dense than a sigh. An incandescent ghost floating in space, a bubble of light so rarefied it could dissolve in a cosmic breath. Imagine the stellar breath, this titanic lamp pulsing in the darkness. Its reddish light, tired after a journey of millennia, wraps you like a blanket of ancient photons. Ui Scuti cradles you with its incomprehensible immensity, a dream of grandeur that defies all human understanding. Let yourself be carried by its slow breath, by its dying giant's heartbeat, as you slip into a deep sleep, illuminated by the glow of a sun that could contain a billion worlds. Number 8. Rogue planets, the galaxy's orphans. Now try to imagine a planet, rocky like Earth or gaseous like Jupiter, but belonging to no star, condemned to wander in interstellar darkness without ever enjoying the warmth and light of a sun. Well, this type of planet really exists, and in fact, from what we've known for a few years, there are billions of rogue planets or orphan planets in the galaxy, worlds that have been violently expelled from their native solar system, often due to extreme gravitational interactions with other stars or gas giants. Some of these could be Earth-sized, others massive gas giants. Their surface is a place of extreme darkness and cold, with temperatures near absolute zero, since they receive no light or heat from a nearby star. Yet some might retain residual internal heat or have moons with geological activity, opening unexpected scenarios for life that doesn't depend on starlight. Imagine a world where night is eternal, where there are no seasons or days, only an endless twilight under alien skies dotted with distant stars. No sun ever rises on the horizon. No mother star offers warmth or light. It's a wandering hell that roams for eternity in cosmic darkness, free from any gravitational bond, following only its solitary destiny among the stars. A silent witness to the violence that can separate worlds from their mother stars. Number 7. The coldest object in the universe. There exists a place in the universe that holds the record for the lowest temperature ever measured, even colder than the echo of the Big Bang, the cosmic background radiation. It's the Boomerang Nebula, a planetary nebula formed by a dying star, a red giant that, having reached the end of its existence, is expelling its outer layers at an unparalleled speed. Located about 5,000 light-years from Earth in the constellation Centaurus, the measured temperature inside the nebula is just minus 272.15 degrees Celsius. That is, just 1 degree above absolute zero. This incredibly low temperature is due to the extremely rapid expansion of gases at about 150 kilometers per second. The gas cools rapidly, similar to what comes out of a spray can, but on an astronomical scale. The boomerang, so named for its shape, reminiscent of the famous hunting weapon of Australian Aborigines, is an oasis of ice in the heart of space, a place of absolute quiet and silence, an icy entity that rocks you to sleep, carrying you into a dream of cold so deep that every thought freezes. Number 6. Magnetars, stars to keep away from. You've probably heard of neutron stars. They're incredible objects. Basically, what remains of a supergiant collapsed to the point of having a mass similar to the Sun compressed into a sphere about 10 kilometers wide. Can you imagine a star so dense that a teaspoon of its matter would weigh 1 billion tons? This fact alone would be enough to confuse your mind. But there's more. Some of these neutron stars possess a magnetic field so incredibly powerful, exceeding 10,000 billion Gauss. To understand, Earth's magnetic field is on the order of 0.3 to 0.6 Gauss, that it represents the most intense force known in the universe. These stars are magnetars. It's believed that at the end of their life, about 1 in 10 supergiants degenerates into a magnetar rather than a more common neutron star or pulsar. It happens when the star already has a fast rotation and strong magnetism. If a magnetar were halfway between Earth and the Moon, its distorted magnetic field would be so intense it would erase the magnetic strips of every credit card on our planet, demagnetize every hard drive, and even alter the trajectories of electrons in our bodies, destroying the structure of molecules. Their eruptions are among the most energetic and lethal phenomena in the universe, releasing in tenths of a second as much energy as the Sun in 100,000 years. But fear not, the nearest one to Earth is 8,000 light-years away. Moreover, a magnetar's active life is quite short. The strong magnetic fields decay after about 10,000 years, after which both activity and X-ray emission cease. Most likely, the Milky Way is full of extinguished magnetars. Imagine perceiving from afar the majesty of these forces, a power that weaves the fabric of the cosmos. It's a concept that rocks you to sleep, a dream of unimaginable forces and powers, where physics pushes to its most extreme limits and magnetism becomes a living, pulsing entity that dances in silence, wrapping you in a veil of invisible and imposing energy. Number 5. The lowest note in the universe. Try to reproduce in your mind a sound so deep, so infinitely low, that to hear one complete cycle would take you 10 million years. It's not a sound wave traveling through air, but a vibration of plasma and X-rays pulsing through the immensity of a galaxy cluster. In 2003, astronomers at the Chandra X-ray Observatory made this discovery in the Perseus galaxy cluster, 250 million light-years from us. The supermassive black hole at the cluster's center generates pressure waves in the extremely hot gas surrounding it, waves so large and slow that if they were sound waves in the air, they would produce a B flat 57 octaves below middle C on the piano. It's a note with an oscillation frequency of 10 million years. Each single vibration requires 10 million years to complete. This note is not a sound in the traditional sense. In space, there's no air to transmit sound waves. Instead, they are pressure waves propagating through the extremely hot gas permeating the galaxy cluster, creating concentric ripples like those of a stone thrown into a cosmic pond. These waves extend for thousands of light years, with crests and valleys separated by 36,000 light years, almost half the diameter of the Milky Way. It's the deepest and most ancient song of the universe, a primordial vibration resonating in the very fabric of space-time. Close your eyes and imagine this silent symphony, where each note lasts millions of years, where pauses between sounds are measured in geological eras, a music that only the universe itself can appreciate in its entirety. Number 4. The galaxy without dark matter. According to many astronomers, but not all, dark matter is the invisible glue that holds galaxy stars together. Yet in 2018, astronomers discovered a galaxy that seems to defy this rule, NGC 1052 DF2. This is an ultra-diffuse galaxy with extremely sparse stars, almost transparent. It's located about 65 million light-years away. What makes it unique is that it seems to contain very little or almost no dark matter. Its stars move at speeds that correspond only to the mass of visible matter, without the additional gravitational push of dark matter. The mass of its stars is estimated at about 200 million solar masses, but without the additional mass one would expect. This makes it an extreme anomaly, a cosmic mystery, suggesting that galaxies can form in ways we don't understand, or that dark matter isn't uniformly distributed, or that its existence might just be a hypothesis contradicted by facts. Who knows? Number 3. The fastest star. Within our galaxy, all stars rotate around its nucleus with differentiated but absolutely predicted speeds by Keplerian motion theory. Our Sun, for example, orbits at 220 kilometers per second. But there are rebel stars that travel incredibly faster. The star S5 HVS1, discovered in 2019 about 29,000 light-years from us, is actually fleeing our galaxy at about 1,755 kilometers per second, or 6.3 million kilometers per hour. The cause of such an anomaly is often the breakdown of a binary system's equilibrium, a system of two stars rotating around each other. If a third star's gravity influences the system, its components can slowly separate, then continue to move further apart due to residual inertial force. However, S5 HVS1 is traveling too fast, and this time astrophysicists are certain. What made it escape from the binary system was a very large force, like that of the supermassive black hole Sagittarius A star at the center of our galaxy. Perhaps an encounter too close from which S5 HVS1 saved itself by abandoning its companion to its fate and obtaining from the black hole a sort of gravitational assist that sent it off on a tangent. There are many others of these rebel stars, and all are destined to leave the stellar company of the galaxy, then losing themselves in intergalactic space. Think about it, because maybe it's not just matter. All these stars flung away toward darkness might have planetary systems around them, and even, who knows, creatures like us, powerless in the face of such a tragic destiny. Number 2. Water floating in the void. Let's look back in time to 12 billion years ago, when the universe was only 1.6 billion years old. There, around the quasar APM 08279 plus 5255 in the constellation Lynx, exists the largest water reservoir ever discovered. It's not an ocean, it's not a lake, it's a cloud of water vapor containing 140 trillion times all the water in Earth's oceans. This quantity is so vast that if we could collect it, every human being on Earth could have 20 million billion liters of water. At the center of this aquatic treasure pulses a supermassive black hole with a mass 20 billion times that of our Sun. The water vapor forms a cloud extending for hundreds of light years. The temperature of this vapor reaches 53 degrees Celsius or 127 degrees Fahrenheit, strangely lukewarm by cosmic standards, maintained by the heat of X-rays and infrared radiation from the central black hole. This cosmic cloud wraps the quasar like an invisible blanket, witness to an era when the universe was young and turbulent. Breathe slowly and imagine this primordial mist, where water, the element of life as we know it, floats in quantities so vast that the human mind struggles to conceive them. A haze that holds the secrets of creation itself. Number 1. The zombie star. When a massive star explodes in a supernova, it should be the definitive end of its story. A spectacular cosmic funeral followed by eternal silence. But IPTF-14HLS, located 500 million light-years from us in the constellation Ursa Major, has decided to rewrite the rules of stellar astronomy. This star exploded in 1954 and then again in 2014. But the strangeness doesn't end there. During the 600 days of observation after the second explosion, instead of gradually fading like all normal supernovae do, it continued to shine, varying in brightness as if breathing. At some moments it became brighter, at others dimmer, in a cycle that seemed to defy every known physical law. Astronomers nicknamed it the zombie star because it seemed to refuse to die according to the laws we know. It's hypothesized it could be the first example of a pulsational pair instability supernova. A theorized but never before observed phenomena where an extremely massive star, at least 50 times the Sun's mass, undergoes repeated explosions before final collapse. It's as if the universe is whispering to us that, despite all our studies and theories, there are still mysteries that defy our understanding. Stars that dance to the rhythm of cosmic music we haven't yet learned to decipher. And once again, if you're still watching us, you've reached the end of another 10 mysteries of the universe you live in. None of the facts listed will ever touch us closely, yet in this tangle of colossal numbers and distances, we're all inside. Like an ant that raises its gaze toward the faraway ceilings of the Emperor's Golden Palace, and then continues its daily search for crumbs.